Well, thank you, Monica. You are the wind beneath my wings. All right, so before we start with the comedy here, I have a couple of important announcements. Were you or a loved one at Camp Lejeune for more than 30 days between 1953 to 1987? Or military hearing loss? You may be entitled to significant compensation if you used earplugs. Yeah. Yeah, I don't need to fund for retirement, right? I drank the bad marine juice and I can't hear, so I'm just going to take that settlement cash once I get that rope around there. And once I get that check cut to the mail, I'm going to Applebee's. I'm going to be fancy-like. I'm tripping over everything. Look at this. Why is this doing this? Look at this. There we go. Oh, thank you. So this actually explains a lot about the people I served with in the 1980s, right? I was in the Marine Corps. It was a cult, and we were drinking the water. Yeah, the guys walk around that couldn't hear. You'd be like, Major selective hearing. Get the new guy, show up in the unit. He looks like the guy that they chained up in the basement from the Goonies, right? Standing at the back of the formation, mouth open, just watching the birds fly by. Platoon sergeant's like, hey, sloth, sign off. And he's like, hey, guys! Rocky Road. They didn't issue him a rifle. Surprising, right? And I asked him, I said, how can you be a Marine and not carry a rifle? And he said to me very seriously, well, psychological evaluation. I have a personality disorder borderline. I could do harm to myself or others. Brah, isn't that why you joined? I was told it was a requirement, right? Yeah, exactly. So, all I know is that wasn't the only place you could get contamination. Case in point, every unit that I went to, I was reissued 2 used canteen and 1 used canteen cup. Now, this plastic was made in 1962. It was probably carried by a Marine in the 1970s in Vietnam, and by the time they handed it to me, my first thought was, how many mouths have been on this thing in 20 years? And the last guy, he left it with a little bit of spit in the bottom, right? And then they leave it in a nice hot warehouse in Quantico, Virginia, right? Let it kind of bake there a little bit. Hand it to you. It's all swollen like it's been filled with soda. First time I ever opened up a canteen in the Marine Corps, I swear to God, it hit me in the face like a hot fart. I looked at the supply sergeant. I was like, bro, I need a new canteen. Somebody pooped in this one. And he was like, nope, sorry. You got to do it. Just drink the poopy water. Get over it. My canteen cup, I drank from it. I shaved out of it, and I ate from it, right? You had dirt and bugs everywhere anyway, so you wake up in the morning, drink coffee, something hit your teeth. Yeah. You look at your buddy and be like, I do say, good sir, this Taster's Choice expired dry roasted coffee from 1978 has a wonderful mouthfeel, does it not? Bold on the palate, yet with a nice nutty, gritty finish. Really wouldn't have mattered if they reported the issues that they had anyway at sick bay during the 80s about the water, right? Get into sick bay, you'd be like, Doc, my ears ring? Mm-hmm. Haven't pooped right in 2 weeks? No, you've been eating field chow. And the little sore on my lip, I think it winked at me this morning. And Doc's like, yep, 2 Tylenol, change your socks, hydrate, get on out. Tell me when you got something serious. Next. So no one's ever going to know. Yeah, so you want a nice date night experience, though. Go ahead and take somebody to the VA for your hearing test. That's a lot of fun, right? They stick you in this little closet about this big, right? And you stand there, and they put the little DJ headphones on you, and they tell you to sit down, and they give you that little beeper buzzer thingy that looks like the thing from Jeopardy, right? And then they close the door, and you get stuck in a vacuum, and you can hear all the air from your brain suck out your ears. And then the text says, just tell me when you hear something, okay? And so you sit there with your little Jeopardy buzzer, and you're like, I think I'll take Swirling into Madness for 200, Alex. I still hear it. I still hear it to this day, right? So change the topic. Hey, we all like that Maverick movie, right? Yeah. Just imagine, that's a recruiter's dream right there, just like Top Gun. All those kids saw that movie with all these guys blowing things up in jets. They all go barreling into the recruiter's office. Got some 18-year-old pimple-faced kid, cross-eyed, staring at the recruiter, 1.9 GPA. Recruiter looks at him and says, Hell yeah, you're gonna be flying jets. You sign up today, I swear to God, you will have an F-18 issued to you upon boot camp graduation. You will be playing volleyball with your bros on the beach topless in no time. Sign me up. Get to your duty station, they're like, hey Goose, why don't you fly your ass on over to the supply? Get your mop. You'll feel that need for speed. Let's go. So, pro tip, if you've been watching Star Wars, that is not what Space Force is about, all right? You will not be issued a lightsaber. They will issue you a space rake. And you will be on duty station, Camp Moon. And you'll be out there field day wearing a spacesuit that smells like the last guy, just like this. And you'll be like, oh, this job's great, just raking those space rocks. I can hear the conversation now. I'll be like,
ground control, this is Private Tom. This really sucks up here. Can I get back down? Private Tom, this is ground control. We hear loud and clear. Negative, field day is not over. Also, your girlfriend's already dating that guy from Supply, so it's going to be a little weird.
So I can see it now, 50 years from now, you're going to see it on your email, right? Did you or a loved one serve at duty station Camp Moon from 2025 to 2050? You may be entitled to significant conversation. Thank you. I'm Russ Johnson. Appreciate it.